Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Time back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about whether you should play claw, non-claw, or paddles. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Sway. Alright, so now that we're in a game, I'm going to be showing you guys personally what I play. So right now I'm using a DualShock 4 controller. It has a Galaxy Control Freak. I just have the regular one. I don't have the high stick on. I used to use the high stick like a long time ago, but it broke, so I've been using the low stick ever since, and I kind of like it more. And I actually play claw, but I kind of play weird. A lot of people play claw like this, and they hit the button with like this part of their finger, and that's really uncomfortable to me. I like hitting the button straight on, so when I play I use my pinky finger. So when I play I use my ring finger on my trigger, my middle finger does R1, and then my finger can tap all these buttons normally, and then I have my thumb to do the joystick. I have like my whole hand kind of like over here more, so I feel like I can control a lot more with it. My old controller, I used to use the Xbox Elite. I'm gonna move this out of the way real quick. Okay, so the old controller I used to use is the Xbox Elite Series 2. I would use just the regular normal joystick that it came with, and I would just use the Control Freak. The Control Freak on my PS4 controller is actually an Xbox one, but it actually fits pretty nicely on the PS4. But I would use it on here, and then I would have 4 paddles in the back, and I would use all 4. So I would, and it also has trigger stops too. It's a great controller, but it really honestly only worked for about 6 months, to be honest. Like, it started having like malfunctions, like this piece broke off, the right bumper doesn't really work that much. Like, it works, but it's like you kind of have to tap it hard. And yeah, but I used to use this paddle to edit. This was my pickaxe, this would be jump, and this was switch mode. So I would literally not play claw, and I would just play like this. Alright, but back to what I think you guys should personally use. If you're someone that like your hands always hurt when you're playing games, I would choose like maybe a controller with paddles. If you don't want to play claw, a controller with paddles is really your best option, unless you can learn like how to jump and stuff without like playing claw. It's really hard, and some people can be really good at it, but most of the people are honestly trash at it, and they look super choppy, and some of them make the choppiness work and they're actually filthy, but some of them are just bad, and their accuracy, they're just so choppy, it just looks so bad, and like some of them are not good at all. But I mean, if you think you can make that work, then fuck it, go for it. But like, personally, if you played the old claw and you didn't like it, like, or not the old claw, but the other method of claw, if you used like this and you would have this and then stretch and hit the button with that, I really recommend trying to put your ring finger and your middle finger on R1, your ring finger on right trigger, and use like this part of your finger to tap the buttons. It makes it a lot easier, and my hands really don't hurt at all when I'm doing this. And before I played on this controller right here, I actually used to play claw on this controller, and I was able to learn claw pretty fast. People say they don't want to go to claw because they don't want to have to learn it, but I honestly, if you want to get better, you got to learn it. Unless you're getting a controller with paddles, or unless you are really good non-claw. But personally, I would recommend paddles 100%. Claw is good, but it's only for certain people. I can play claw because I'm used to it and it doesn't really hurt my hands. But for someone that has doesn't like that, doesn't want to deal with claw, I really recommend paddles. Like the Xbox Elite is a solid controller, but you're spending almost $200 on something that's gonna work for maybe like 6 to 9 months. On Christmas, this will be a year that I've had this, and I'm already switched off of it, so because it doesn't really work. Scuffs are good, but also once again, they're just like the Xbox controllers. They will damage after like 6 to 9 months. The Astro, I've heard great things about the Astro. I would recommend that controller. Or the DualShock 4 is really the best controller. I've had this controller for like a year and a half, and nothing is wrong with it other than it has kind of bad stick drift, but I don't get any stick drift with my dead zones, so it's honestly good. PS4 also has a paddle attachment for 2 paddles right here. It's like $30. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to see that. But it has 2 paddles right here, and I think it just attaches right on here. I think it sticks on. I don't really know, but it has a paddle attachment, and there's 2 paddles right here, and they work perfectly. I've heard really good things about those. And since the DualShock 4 is a very reliable controller, I would recommend getting that. It's not as expensive as other controllers, and if it breaks, you can buy another one, and it's really affordable. Yeah, guys, and that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make this video quick and short for you guys, but overall, I would recommend paddles. Definitely really recommend the paddle attachment for the PS4 controller, link in the description. But other controllers like the Xbox Elite and Scuffs, they're good controllers, but I really just don't think you should spend that much money on a controller that's not going to last you very long. But yeah, claw is also a good option if you guys want to go that route, but it's only for certain people. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.